whenever you're ready, one of our prestigious fatherhood alumni who spoke about a week and a half ago for those that were under Paris in class. He's going to shed light on the importance of relationship building, volunteering, and he's also, obviously he's a fatherhood alumni, so he can share his experience with that, the benefits of him keeping in touch with us and building that relationship with us, and some of the things he's done with us while he's been an alumni with Friends to Fathers, previously in services with us. So, Clarence, Mr. Mcclain, whenever you're ready, you can proceed and do what you got to do. In the meantime, I will post those websites in the chat room. Fatherhood.gov. Volunteer.gov. So feel free to take a screenshot, look at those, and explore at your leisure. While we're waiting for Mr. McClain to get on board. All right. Record. Here you go, my brother. How you doing?
Oh, what's going on, man?
Good.
Recording in progress.
The floor is yours, my brother.
All right, good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling today? Hope everybody's feeling well. Thank God for another day. Of course, you all know me already. Clarence Mcclain, former graduate from Friends and Fathers. If you don't know me, welcome, everybody. So, today, we're going to be speaking about sharing, building, and networking. I don't know if any of you guys know, but, me and Omar, Rob, we all are coming together to try to come up with some ideas that would be better for Friends and Fathers, that were better Friends and Fathers, because a lot of people still do not know till this day about Friends to Fathers. So, networking, basically getting out there and talking to people about Friends to Fathers versus just telling them what it's really about. Getting out there talking to schools, colleges, anybody that we can hook up with to build with. I know for some of you guys, that's probably what you don't, want to do. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, are not talkative. You don't want to talk to people, but it helps. It helps to do it. Even while you're in this situation, it would help for you to do it. We're going to try to do our best on our part to make sure that you guys are going to continue to get the services that you need. But in order for us to do that, we're going to need your cooperation and your participation. We're not asking you to stop what you're doing, because we know what you're ordered to do from the courts, from your caseworkers, but it would mean a lot. So we're gonna do as much as we can as networking, talking to other fathers, even if they're not in the program, even talking to the youngsters out here, the younger generation, because we all know they need us the most out of anything. So that's some of the things that we're trying to get done for this year, and not just this year, but for the future, because at some point when you guys are graduates, right, and when you walk away and it's all done, and I hope all you guys do graduate, when you come back, we want you to be able to help the next group of fathers that's coming in, because right now there are some group of fathers that will be coming in, right behind you if they're not coming in now. So we want to do that. We want to network as much as we can. Maybe talk to some fathers in the streets. I know, we don't want to stop and be talking to people like that because we don't know them, but it's going to help. Pass out flyers. Like I said, walk by schools and colleges and try to get the public's attention as much as we can. And like I said, me, Rob, and everybody else, we're going to we're gonna try to do our best to make sure that you guys are gonna continue to get whatever it is that you need. Go ahead, O.
Oh, you're finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay, great. No, I mean, you pretty much said it all. I just, if you could expand upon just the importance of volunteering and setting an example for your children. When you see the benefits of volunteering and seeing your children volunteering and instilling them to volunteer as well.
It's very important because we can't and this goes for everybody. We can't keep telling the youth what it is that they need to do or what they got to do if we're not doing it. We can't do that. We have to be an example. You know, once upon a time when we were at a certain age, there was some OGs that told us what to do, or they tried to show us the way, or maybe they didn't, and we overlooked that. It's very important. My sons, I try to tell them every chance I get. I always try to share with them how important it is to help people out, to build with them, even if somebody didn't help you out. It's very important because then they can help kids out their age or maybe even younger. So we have to how can I put it? We have to keep that going. So every generation helps out the next generation. So it's very important that we put that in our kids' mind. We have to because they're already looking at fathers like we don't teach them nothing. We're not here for them. We're not around because whatever mom is probably putting in their ear, it's our job, not the mom's job. It's our job to make sure that they do their part and that they stay around so they can help the next generation. So yes, it's very important we put that in their mind.
Well, man, wonderful. As you can see, I put two websites there where you guys could explore. If you want to set up one-on-one sessions about learning more about volunteering, of course, if you're on my caseload, or if you're on Robert De Sousa's caseload, or Theo's caseload, or Salik's caseload, you can get back to them. But I just wanted to, thank you, Mr. McClain, for sharing your information on the importance of volunteering.
No doubt.
Now, if anybody, like I said, there's plenty of benefits to volunteering. There's a plethora of benefits. There's more benefits than we could possibly imagine. But I'm not going to sit here and say there might not be any feedback or any drawback from volunteering because some people don't see the importance of volunteering. And like I said, this is something that we have to instill, not just within ourselves, but within our families. We all instinctively have, I gotta get mine. We all instinctively have, I gotta take care of me, which is important. You have to take care of your family. You gotta take care of your sufficient needs. You gotta take care of your household. You gotta make sure that's in place too as well, so you could be an example to others. But in the midst of that, it's important and vital to think about others. It's important to think about others. And, when that selfishness or that me mindset comes in, we have to find a way to think about others. There's other people out here that are not as fortunate as you, don't have as much as you. No matter what you're going through, there's always somebody that has less than you in various areas of life, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, spiritually, physically. There's always somebody that has less than you. So we have to build up that mindset and give back to communities. Volunteerism builds stronger communities, and it also, strengthens families. So there's so many more benefits that we can attribute to volunteering. Mental health,
Yeah.
A sense of gratification, a sense of satisfaction, and you're building communities at that. Part of what we do is to strengthen communities, strengthen you guys, but while strengthening you guys, using what you have to strengthen your community, which is in your family, of course, but also outside of your backyard. Nieces and nephews, your outside of your neighborhood. Strengthen communities, getting involved and volunteering in your schools, in your churches, in your synagogues, wherever you decide to go. The whole point of volunteerism is to strengthen the community and help make the world a better place than it was before. So that's like the foundation of volunteerism and keeping your commitment. That's why I asked you guys when I posed a question about what are you passionate about. Because when you're passionate about something, you're going to give it a lot of energy. Like if you're not passionate about something, you might just do the bare minimum just to get by, get it over with, and go home. Or you may not give it your all. But when you're passionate about something, you're going to have more investment, and you're going to put more time into it, and you're going to have more care about it. So that's why, that's the importance of it. When I asked you that question about volunteerism, because it's looking into projects and things that you're passionate about, because the likelihood of you investing time into it and putting your heart into it and learning more about it and studying it and meeting people, like Mr. Mcclain said, building relationships, you're gonna be invested in it because this is what you love to do. Like Mr. Shapiro put some information about what he likes to do. Everybody shared great responses. So that would be a homework assignment for you guys to explore on your downtime, looking into these opportunities, because this is something that you care about. You care about parks, you care about giving back to children, you care about music, you care about pets, you care about families. Whatever you guys put, I encourage you guys to look into those things. And I know you guys got a lot going on with the courts, family court, criminal court, probation, ATS, personal family stuff. But in the midst of all that, always remember that our lives are not our own. We're put on earth to help somebody else and to be a blessing to others. So that's something to keep in mind. Any questions or comments? Theo, Salik, feel free to share your input at any given time, and then we go to the field.
Yeah. Just to follow what you say about servitude. One of the things that I realized in my journey in trying to help, learning about being a servant of the people, and I think when you understand that concept, instead of thinking about yourself, put yourself in a position, where you can, help lift someone up, and when you do that, you not only get a sense of fulfillment, you get pride knowing that you took part in that. About volunteerism and doing it, to do it to someone. You get that experience with the whole parenting journey. Part of becoming, sharing that experience, that's helping. I already didn't know how to navigate a crazy baby mom, right? A mom that's darkened. There's so many extreme scenarios that we experience as fathers, and having, like I said, our alumni group and having you guys, share your stories is a part of helping, another father. And that's the biggest thing. We're just trying to help one another. And that our experiences will help us learn and grow. Just the thing about the sense of servitude and, being service and looking to help your fellow brother. That major key right there, guys. So that's all I got.
That's great, man. And another aspect of joining the Fatherhood alumni group, like Clarence was saying, is that us getting to know your specific skills and talents. Like I said, I have fathers that came through the program. I was able to utilize his skills and talents. Like one guy, he has his own business where he fixes stuff. So there were issues going on, with my family. Like, I had a guy fix my mom's stove. Certain things was going on in her crib. I was able to use him to help him, and I paid him for it. So that's one of the benefits. Once we get to understand your gifts and talents, we can utilize them, and you can wind up getting compensated for it. Like I said, we have chefs. We have people who came to this program who are chefs. We've utilized them. We've paid them. And Robert De Jesus is currently looking for volunteers at the moment just to help us out, just to help Friends of Fathers grow, because you know how important fatherhood programs are. There's not that many in New York City, and the ones that do exist, it's underrated in a lot of ways and underappreciated. So we're responsible for the well-being of our communities. So we have to make sure that we do our part. Any questions? Any comments? Anybody want to speak? Let's see it from. And thank you, Clarence, once again.
Nah, no problem. Anytime, bro. You don't have to thank me. This is what I do.
All right, so Mr. Timms, what you got? What do you have to say about this?
It was a good class. Really, I've just been learning a lot. I didn't know none of this, or even have the experience yet to even figure out anything.
Right. So what resonated with you, throughout this conversation or any of the videos?
What did you say?
What resonated with you? What stuck out for you since you've been learning? What stuck out for you?
Well, in this video, nothing really stuck out. It's just been a learning experience where, like, volunteering and having passion, like putting more effort into things. But it was really nothing that, like, me personally in my life that, like, I really need help in. Because the only thing I'm really passionate about is being a father. And, like, really just trying to be there for my son. Even though this world makes it hard. And I'll be wanting to quit sometimes. But, like, that's the only real thing I could really appear to this meeting, this class today. The other class, the custodial parenting, that was a good one. When I go to court, I'm going to ask them, can I be the custodial parent?
Yeah, wonderful.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, wonderful. Angel, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look into family community service now instead of just like me. Because I used to do recycling in high school, in college, and on campus. And I've always wanted to do marine cleanup, but I never lived on like a coastal state. So.
Yeah, and once you identify, what you like to do, it's easier to, like I said, it's easier to explore it. You're gonna put in the time and investment to dedicate, those hours, get to network, get to explore, get to learn about just the whole aspect of volunteerism. Jesus, comments, what you got?
Yeah, what I got is like volunteering is actually important because also not only like, let's say if you want to volunteer to like clean a park and you don't know anything about that, you will also learn, and that's how you could also build like a resume in case you want to get a job, just cleaning parks or anything. So you could benefit from volunteering also.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Jenkins, any feedback?
Yeah, it was very inspirational. What I learned was about the volunteer that can benefit mental health. The eight things they said about gaining new skills, improving, reach out to the world. It was some good stuff. When I wanted to work with the youth. That's the new generation. It's the new generation that's coming up. The young teenagers, girls and boys.
Right. I mean, when I first, like I said, there's, I mean, hopefully, if you do have children that see the benefits of volunteering and don't give you a hard time about it, by all means, that's a blessing. I can look back, my first volunteering experience, I didn't want to do it, because I was just like, I'm not getting paid for this. Like, you bugging out. I ain't doing that. But after I had a conversation with, my folks and my uncle, they sat me down and they planted that seed. Over time, my first volunteer experience was I worked in a homeless shelter, for single. It was a mixture of single mothers and single fathers. That was my first experience for high school. And during that high school experience, they actually said I needed to do 40 hours to graduate high school. That's how real it was. So that was my first experience, and then I realized, like, wow, there's a lot of single mothers and single fathers out here that are struggling, and it humbled me, just to get groceries, even hearing conversations where they were looking beat down because of the emotional toil that they were experiencing. So that was my first experience that shed a light, with me. So it has its benefits, and then from there on, I just kept on, exploring volunteer opportunities. Like a lot of you guys said, work with youth extensively in school. So there's a lot of power. Then the networking. Some places I volunteered, I still have relationships with them to this day, like Clarence was saying. Sometimes you build relationships that carry over, for a long period of time. Like, I can't emphasize the amount of fathers that I still keep in touch with to this day since I've been working here. 15 years. I still keep in touch with individuals who moved on to Florida, who moved on. We get invited to cookouts. They stop by and visit every once in a while, and we talk about their cases, or their trials and tribulations, how they've grown as individuals, and they see their children go from how we met them to now they almost grown now. So there's so many layers and benefits to volunteering that it should be a part of your lifestyle. So, Mr. Wright, thank you for being patient.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to just interject and say basically, volunteering is a big thing because that's something that a lot of people ain't gonna do, and that's the most important part. It's a volunteering because those little parts that people do, like out in the street and all that definitely make a difference.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I basically wanted to say. I'm in here running around chasing my daughter at the same time, so I watch the screen.
Okay, that's cool. So, that pretty much, like I said, volunteering, and I put 2 websites.
Leave that alone, please, boo. Thank you.
In the chat room for you to either, for yourself, but also imploring to get involved with volunteer efforts with your family as well, with the kids. Being involved as a father, we all know there's a lot of data that shows that when fathers who are actively involved in the lives of children and instilling these values, there's a lot of data that shows that the highly likelihood of a productive citizen in society increase. So not only are you teaching your children to be productive citizens in society, whatever career path they choose, whether it's a dentist, a lawyer, a teacher, a police officer, firefighter, professional athlete, whatever it is, pilot, whatever it is, electrician, whatever it is, but also instilling them like, yo, you know what? As you move up in the ranks, don't forget about where you came from. Always realize there's people that are less fortunate than you. Even going to other places outside of New York, visiting a third world country, visiting cities outside of New York, or country or cities outside of the United States of America, where people are suffering immensely, and volunteering in the community that brightens their day. Delivering food and delivering clothes and providing clothes and food, the necessity of life. Because once you can show that you really care, like that quote, people don't really know how much I forgot what it says, but people really need to see that you really care, and they need to see it. So it's not just talk. People need to show that you really care about who they are, what they do what are they doing. You really have a heart for people, because that's what this is about. Theo brought up a good word. I mean, it was such a strong but important word to look at it as servanthood. We all servants. We should be in that kind of mindset to have that willingness to serve somebody and to help somebody else out. And in the midst of that, you'll reap the reward. It may not come when you want it, but you will reap the reward down the line. Yeah. Parent volunteers are very important, including even down to the basic parent volunteering, like assisting in classroom duties, and being a parent volunteer, assisting with homework duties, getting involved in the school setting of your children, getting involved in the day-to-day activities of what goes on in the school that your children are going to, and being an ally and an advocate for whatever school that you have your children in. Also something of vital importance even. So that's the intimate. So we were talking about more about, one of your personal passions, but just being a parent volunteer in itself, volunteering within the school system, whatever your children are involved in, school or after school activities, that's just as crucial. Because you're volunteering, not only do you want your child to succeed, but you're getting involved in the day-to-day activities of what your child is doing in that school, and you're involved in that. You're getting involved in the day-to-day activities of their karate classes or their kickboxing classes or whatever activities that you have your children in, and you're volunteering your time. You're not just sending them there because this is what they like to do, and you feel like they could benefit from it. But you're actively involved, asking questions, getting to know people, networking. So that's something to consider before you even expand your passions. Volunteering within what your children do is vital. So I don't want to dismiss that point. Teddy.
Yeah, you mentioned something that was really kids school. Easiest volunteer. Then on top of that, it builds a better relationship with your kid, right? I remember one time when I was a kid, right? And I forgot what it was, but my dad showed up as a volunteer, right? And how that made me feel at that time, I was in the classroom, I was like, yo, that's my dad up there, yo. Just thinking about that. Think about your kids seeing you in that light. That's you. Knowing that their dad, took off time and is there. You know what I mean? So if you guys are ever in you have an opportunity to do that, volunteer at your school, just be a teacher assistant for one day. Why does that make your kid feel?
comments. Mr. Washington, anything you want to add? What would you like to say about this lesson? Mr. Washington, Mr. Archibald, anything you want to add to the cause? Share some insight.
Nah, it's not real much I have to share. It's just I'm very open to volunteering and bringing my son along with me, because just listening to the videos and listening to your guy that was just speaking, it just inspired me to really move forward and try these things. So I definitely appreciate the course today.
Yes, sir.
So what I want to say is too, and this is not just for 2024, because the problem with us, we always put something on the year. Let's say this is a life plan. Let's all try something new, because we're so comfortable with the same routine. And if you look at your life, the same routine has got you nowhere. It's either got you locked up, or it just puts you in the position where your back is against the wall. Let's all try something new, and let's not worry about when we go back to our community, man. We got our homies saying, man, yeah, you volunteering in that, man. You getting soft on us, man. We used to you coming home smoking blunts and cracking 40s with us. Well, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that era is over. It's over. We need more. We need more men in this world than we need males. We need men. We need real men. I don't care what nationality you are. It's time for us to stand up and be men. So when you're volunteering, or if you're going to parent-teacher conference, whatever it is that you're doing to be in your child's life, if anybody can't understand that, then I suggest, gentlemen, you start changing your circle. It's that simple. So we're not going to make this a 2024 thing. This is a life plan. And just remember, if you were around the first time when I came around, I'm going to keep storing this. I'm going to keep putting this into y'all head. If none of this does not go the way you think it should go, or the way you want it to go, don't blame it on friends to fathers. Look at yourself. Because we're telling you this for a reason. We're not telling you how to run your life. We're not giving you a curfew. We're not giving you a time to be home. It's no longer about you. It's about the kids. So we have to do what's best for the kids. So let's not make it a this year plan. Let's make this a life plan. And that's all I got to say.
Beautiful. That's great. And one of the things I wanted to add about volunteerism is that and I'm glad I was able to think about this while I was on the line with you guys. Think about what your motive is. Just to add what Clarence was saying, you want to make it a lifestyle. You don't want it to be something that you do every once in a while, or because the flavor of the month. You don't want to get into that. You want to make it a lifestyle part of who you are in the midst of your everyday life. Detail. Like I said, earning money is important. I'm all for you guys earning money. I'm all for that. I am, pro economics. I'm pro money. I'm not pro poverty. But understanding in the midst of that you have to have a clear concern for others, but also have know your motive behind it. Volunteer with the pure heart. Volunteer knowing that this is what I'm doing because this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm passionate about. I care about whatever I'm volunteering in, and not being concerned about, am I going to be famous from this? Am I going to, what's going to come out of this? That stuff is going to come, but just don't have that mindset. Like, I'm only going to volunteer if I'm able to get this. I'm only going to volunteer if I do this. If y'all can't provide this for me, I ain't doing it. Don't go in with the pure heart and know the motives as to why you're doing it. Know your motives as to why you're volunteering in a certain project or service that you're involved in. So that's what I wanted to add. Also, instill it in your kids. We live in a very self-gratifying society. Self-gratification is on steroids. Now more than ever with social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everybody's everybody is so self-absorbed in what they're doing. Hi, look what I'm doing. Hi, look what I'm doing. Look what I have. Look what I have. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Look what I have. Look what I have. This is what I got. Can you get this? So it's important to have a pure heart in what you're engaged in as well. And the rewards will come. May not come when you think, or when you might set a timetable. Why isn't it happening? But the rewards and the blessings will come from being a blessing to somebody else. Starting from your backyard, like what Teddy was saying, when he saw his father, you know, that did a lot for him. When he saw, yo, that's my dad. Oh, sweat. Same thing with me. When I saw my folks volunteering in certain things, man, I felt like flying in the air when I saw that. Like, oh, that's my dad. Oh, that's my mom. That's my dad. Wow, that did something to me, and it made me go even harder as to what I was doing. Like one time, my dad, it was a trick. Like I had like an intramural, it was an intramural basketball game in high school, and you know it was a trick. He told me he couldn't make it. I mean, well, I didn't hear nothing from him. So I was disappointed. I was like, yo, my dad, what's up, man? No phone call, no nothing. But he was actually tricking me and then surprised me and showed up. And so that did something, man. That just made me be like, wow, yo. Like, I didn't even care whether we won or lost. We actually won that game. But I was just like, yo, my pops was there. My family was there. Like, I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
So let's see who we got. Who else we got? Cortez and Genosa. Anybody that wants to speak? Tyrell, you know, you can share your wisdom and insight on what you learned. I would love to hear what you think about today's lesson and what are the benefits. And like Mr. McClain said, does anybody plan on doing something new? Or if you already are volunteering, are you going to strengthen your volunteerism?
I can't volunteer right now because you know certain things in my life, a lot of things are going on. So I'm doing that really back and relax and think about certain things in my life. You know, I want to change certain things, but volunteering right now, I just can't.
Right, and that's understandable. It's like I said, it's all about timing. It's just all about time. I'm just saying, make it a part of your lifestyle at some point. I'm not saying when you get off this Zoom tomorrow to find something. That's not my expectation. But at some point, once you get things in order within your household, within what you have to do, make it a part of your daily plan, lifestyle.
Also, keep this in your mind too, fellas, that we're not going to be able to always go around saying what we don't have time for, because when it comes to our children and us going to court and doing all this, when we standing in front of that judge, we can't tell that judge, I ain't got time for this, Your Honor. I got this going on. I got that going on. You got to understand, they don't care about any of that. But they're like O said, you know, when you get off this, oh, you know what? It's time for change. No, because we all got something going on. But you just got to remember, you're going to have to make the time for these situations, because we're in tough times. And I don't want y'all to think the way I'm talking like I'm coming off crazy. I'm only, I participate in this because I love it and I care about every single father. Rather if I know you're not, rather if I'm, from the same block as you, we never met. I'm involved in this for a reason, because I want to see every man on here succeed. I want to see every man that don't have their child get them. Visitations is cute, but I want to see every father with their child, because they still don't believe that we can do it. So, when I come off the way I do, I hope I'm not making anybody feel any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, this is me speaking from the heart because I'm passionate about this. You know what I mean? So I just want to see everybody win.
That's great, man. And just to piggyback off of what Mr. McClain was saying, I had to log back on. I'll be the first guinea pig. I've actually made a commitment to, I like, and I wasn't like this when I was younger. So I have an affinity for cats. So I like cats. So I'm looking for some volunteer opportunities that pertain to just the everyday dealings and behavior of cats. But like Tariq was saying, the importance of volunteering, which is meeting people, is I've been volunteering at a community center for 2015 on Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's a community center where we serve and deliver Thanksgiving holiday dinners to people who can't get out the house. So through me doing that, I've met people, and the lady who I met, she plugged me into some websites where I could look into to volunteer in learning more about pets and cats and their behaviors and stuff like that. So I just wanted to piggyback on what Salik was put in the chat room. Volunteering allows you an opportunity to network. You don't know who you're going to meet. You really don't. You don't know who you're going to meet while you're volunteering. For those that are not married, you just never know. You might meet your spouse volunteering.
Yeah.
You might meet, you don't know who you're going to meet. Like the lady I met, I didn't even know her from a can of paint. We connected, and she gave me some websites where I could tap into, where I could look into based on my profile and background on volunteering and learning like the behavior of cats. So I just wanted to piggyback over that, like, just to show you like what I'm doing, and hopefully you guys give me reports back. Like, look, man, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be this month, doesn't have to be next month, but at some point you could just be like, look, this is what I'm doing. I've got a lot going on, but I'm dedicating an hour a week, 2 hours a week, and it's what you have time for. You don't have to feel pressured and say I got to do 6-7 hours a week, even if it's just 30 minutes. That 30 minutes means something to somebody else, and that's what's important.
Also, I want to add, Omar, if you don't mind, because I know there's a lot of pressure on you guys. I'm telling you from experience, don't let the system overwhelm you, where you just feel like I can't take it anymore. I think one of the brothers said he was ready to give up and walk away. That's what they want you to do. Don't do that. Don't let the system overwhelm you. You're going to have a lot thrown at you at one time where you can't catch everything, but don't let the system overwhelm you. And this is the reason why we have programs like this and why we all have to stick together. We all have to stick together to make this work. So that's what I want to say. Just hang in there a little longer. You know what I mean? If you guys love your children, you want to be with your children, you adore them, then hang in there. Because at the end, it's going to be all worth it. God has a plan. I don't know what nobody's religion is on here, but just know that if you believe in God, He has a plan for you. He has a bigger plan than what you think, and it's going to work out at the end for y'all.
Sounded like you did, play boy. Drop the mic on that one. That was powerful. Really.
No, you know what? I'm gonna share something with you guys just real quick. I don't want to take over the whole thing, but I just want to say, I started something new that I should have been doing, and I've been selfish for these last couple of years. I've been getting up in the morning, and the first thing I do, I run and I check my phone. I don't even get up to thank God for another day, and I'm like, that is so selfish that I've been doing that. So, when I get up in the morning now, before even touching my phone, I say a prayer. Even if it's not a long prayer. Me and my wife, we started in the morning. We're gonna start doing it before we go to bed. And that's just something like we have to, like I said, I don't know nobody's religion. I'm not trying to get people to believe in what I believe in. But if you do believe in God, Allah, Buddha, whoever it is that you pray to, um, that's your business. But just know that he has a plan for you. You just gotta hang in there a little longer. It's frustrating, it's aggravating, but believe me, the same hot seat that y'all are sitting in, I sat in that hot seat. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want nothing to do with this program. I thought this program, in my opinion, was full of shit. That's what I thought it was. I was like, this. How is this going to change me? How is this going to help me get my kids? And even though it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be, I owe Friends to Fathers my life. Rather, if Omar or any of them know, I owe them my life. Because for me to still be in contact with them, and it's 15 years later, it wasn't by accident. It's not by
Yeah,
accident.
man. You know, like I said, man, like I said, fellas, like I bullied him. Man. I was like, no, Clarence, you gotta do me a favor. Huh? You can't say no. But no, I'm just playing. But it just shows you. It just shows you the power of relationships is real, bro. Like on a serious note, the power of relationships. Like this is my brother, man. So
Yes, sir.
he went from a participant to being part of the fam. So you know, like I said, it's volunteer. There's no pressure on becoming a part of the Fatherhood alumni, but if you do, there's definitely benefit. Like, you know, so those that put in the chat room that they want to remain in contact, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. You know, we got to take care of the priorities, which is helping you get your court letters intact, you know, helping you get your certificates that you need, your letters of completion. That's first and foremost. And if anything goes beyond that, wonderful. But I just want you guys to, you know, and obviously this is not for you guys, this is for your kids as well, instilling these values in your children, because that's our future.
Yeah.
They look up to us. Eventually, at the end of the day, they do what we do as opposed to what we say. And hopefully when they get grown and start making their own decisions, they continue to uphold these values even while they have their own lives.
Yeah.
So other than that, let's see. Any final thoughts before we close out? I just wanted to take a quick attendance so I can make sure you guys get credit for today. I got Jesus Olivio. I got Tyrell Miller. 1, 2, Mr. Ramirez 3.
Yeah.
Mr. Archie roll 4. Mr. Rodriguez 5. Gregory Tim 6. Seth Jenkins 7. Sean Washington 8. Angel Shapiro 9. Intenoso 10. Angelo 11. George 12. Cortez Roy 13. Tyrone Wright 14. And Andres Mejia 15. So that pretty much seals the deal. Just some few quick announcements. And after I make my announcements, Teddy, if you want to share anything else that I might miss out on. So the first announcement is one-on-one. So I'm in the office for anybody on my personal caseload. I'm in the office on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We want to set up a one-on-one to talk more about this and get more resources and, you know, let's learn more about this and even other stuff. I need to do one-on-ones with you guys anyway for needs that you may have outside of the program. Anything that we learn. So setting up one-on-one, send me an email based on my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule. And my Thursday schedule in the afternoon, if you can do Zooms on Thursday. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Thursdays is Zooms in the afternoon after 1 o'clock. And also for those on my caseload that haven't come in, it's very important that I need your IDs if you haven't given that to me already, and I need your proof of income. So that's also important. So those are the two things I wanted to share with you guys. I sent you in the email right now my proof of address and proof of ID. Let me know if that's fine. And then I can come in and sign in and do the people work.
Wonderful, beautiful background too.
Thank you.
Yo, is that the one that's always going with us to the games, man?
No. He just started.
Okay, all right. He looked like I thought that was our dude that always go with us.
Andrew, Teddy, if you got any
I'll go to the
announcements.
game if y'all invite me, shit.
That's a given.
That's a fact. That's coming.
All right.
That's coming.
So, Teddy, anything you want to add?
Oh yeah, and the volunteering. I'm sorry to cut you off. And the volunteering, you know, I'm whatever. And
He's breaking up.
Most definitely.
fit in my schedule. I'm
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said, just to put a bow on it, you guys, the number ain't changed. You know, if you guys want support, need support, no matter what you're going through, you could always call and get in contact. Either me, now have Sadiq and Rob. You know, a lot of us men try to figure stuff out on our own, and we suffer in silence. And we get to the point where we want to quit. Whenever you're about to quit, just call us up. Right. Got Omar's personal number. Some of you guys that I did intake with, I got to know you. You guys have my number. But number, it'll always be there. So worst case scenario, call up. You know.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I announced that the last time I was on here, I gave my number out and I said, if there's any way I can make court dates, I can't guarantee you anything, but if I can make court, any way I could be there to, support you gentlemen, you know what I mean? I'll do it. I can't sit in the courtroom with you, but on the outside, that's how I could just, show support. So, if anybody want my number, Omar has it, you know what I mean? And he can give it to you and just, hey, feel free to call. If you see me in the street, hey, listen, feel free to speak. You know what I mean? I'm very approachable, you know what I mean? Unless you're trying to harm me, which I don't think that'll happen. But other than that, I'm very approachable. So if you need help with something, like what you see us doing right now, we're not bogus. This is not scam. We're not doing this to get attention, 15 minutes of fame. We're trying to change the world. This is not just for fathers in New York. This is for the world. But we need people's participation and we need you guys' help. We need it. It won't work unless we have you guys' participation. So, that's all I want to say.
I don't know how you look, so I can't see you in the streets and say what's up.
Well, I'm on social media, Clarence Mcclain. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So if any of you guys got Facebook or Instagram, you look up Clarence Mcclain. Believe me, you won't see no blank pictures of me. You'll see me. No private page, public. So you'll see me.
What's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is the same name, but it's just backwards. It's McClain Clarence. It's McClain Clarence on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Clarence Mcclain. I have I'm on YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, and that's another great thing that I was proud of being around friends to fathers. That even though it took some years, it taught me how to be my own boss. I got that from being around a lot. It took some years because, I'm stubborn and I like to do things when I feel like doing it. But being around friends and fathers also taught me how to be my own man, taught me how to be my own boss, and I love it. So me having my YouTube channel wasn't just me loving the sport of boxing, but it was also being around them. They taught me how to do my own thing. So that's why I say I owe them my life.
And if you guys definitely appreciate, like I said, if you guys have any guys that only speak Spanish, like I said, Robert De Jesus he's bilingual. He speaks English and Spanish. He speaks Spanish very well. He does Spanish classes. If you have any Hispanic fathers that feel more comfortable just around Hispanics, then talk to Rob, and Rob will be able to help in that area. So just wanted to share that as well. So one-stop shop. We're not a one-stop shop. We're to help all you guys. So outside of that, man, good group. Guys made some good comments. Attendance has been noted. Gave you guys my schedule, so send me an email as to when you want to get this information to me. I'm going to keep asking too because it's something that we need, very time sensitive, as far as like your proof of address, your proof of income, and if you didn't submit your IDs, driver's license, picture ID, we need that information.
I'll be with you guys in a minute. Yeah.
Is mine fine, Omar? I sent it to you like about 30, 40 minutes ago.
I haven't looked at it yet. I'll look at it before the end of the day.
All right. And you gonna let me know?
Yeah. Seth, please stay on the line. I gotta speak to everybody else. If you don't have anything else to add, have a good weekend. Wonderful group. Clarence, I'll call you in a few minutes.
Yes, sir. Peace out, brothers, and God bless y'all. And enjoy the rest of y'all day.
See you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
God willing.
What's up, y'all? Y'all see me? I was in one of my parents in classes again. You know what I'm saying? Talking to some fathers. You said it's the anniversary of it? Oh man, we need to get on. Damn, I didn't think about that, D Free. I would have went live on my other channel. We could have talked about it. I might have to set that up then. Well, you know what? We might have to do it later, D Free. Might have to do that later. Might have to come up and do it later. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all were like, what's going on? What's going on? That's why I put the title in the video so y'all could know what was going on. That was part 2 of what you guys see me do a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, that's what I did. And I came back to talk to the fathers again. You know, it was very important. I'm getting ready to do some major things in 2024. So a lot of stuff that I'm getting ready to do is not going to just pertain to boxing, but it also pertains to building and networking. So some things you get ready to see. Josh Sanders, what's up? Tay, what's up? Say what's up to everybody. Trevor the Elliot Hunter says, what happened? You good? What's up? What you mean? Of course I was good. All you had to do was see the video, see what I was talking about. Of course I'm good. I'm always good. As long as I got God in my corner, I'm always going to be good, bro. Always. Always, no matter what. I'm always be good. I got the strongest person in the universe on my side, God. Somebody that y'all can't beat or defeat. So I'm always going to be good. Yeah, Josh, you know what I mean? I'm good. I got God on my side, man. Yeah, but so, talking to the fathers, that was dope. You know what I mean? I just have to give it to them raw and uncut that we have to get it together as men. We got to get it together as men. Even in these YouTube streets. Dudes is walking around with skirts on. We got to get it together. And I'm not talking about people's sexuality. I'm talking about how so-called men act on these channels. We got to pull together, yo. We got to get that together. We out here acting. This year is going to be a foul year, I'm telling you. For some of y'all, not me, this year going to be a great year. It's already the 1st of February. This going to be a great year for me. It's going to be a great year for me. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be a couple humps and hurdles. It's going to be all right because I'm not going to entertain the bullshit that I see out here. What you just seen me do right there was something that's really a part of my life. Helping fathers reconnect with their families. Raise me like a man, so that's no doubt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Josh, that part. I don't want the behavior that I see out here is disgusting. It's disgusting. It makes me nauseous when I hear it. It makes me vomit when I see it. Until you get that honey butter chicken. I'm the devil. Well, you might be right. You might be right, D Free. You might just be right, but it's all right. Hey, there's no such thing as a devil in my eyes. Not at this point. I don't even care about him. He does exist, but I don't pay no attention to him. Oh, I don't pay no attention to him. Because all this stuff that you see going on, the devil's behind it. All the stuff you see on the way these dudes act towards each other, he behind that. And I don't rock with it. So guess what? They can have it. I take mine fried, Josh. Fried, not grilled. I like grilled chicken, but I'll take mine fried. Because that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to fry. This is going to be a year I'm going to fry a lot of y'all. This is no Duck Zones year. You know what I'm saying? This is McClain's Promotions year. This is a year where we're getting men together. We're getting fathers together. It's going to be a lot of participation, a lot of volunteering, a lot of networking, a lot of building, a lot of sharing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be for me this year. The rest of y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on, but hey, if y'all want this year to be like it was last year and the year before, go ahead. Give me a second, y'all. I apologize for that, y'all. I swear I apologize for that. I see a lot of y'all that got up out of here. I'm so sorry. I got a call from a good friend of mine that I was just online with. So I apologize. I apologize, and I'm gonna make it up to y'all by coming back later on this afternoon. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back and talk. We're gonna come back and talk our talk. Y'all know what we do. That's why I wasn't on this morning because I had to get prepared. I actually was on my brother underrated one, the number one grinder. I was on his, his show today. I did this virtual, and then I did this right here with y'all, man. But I'm gonna come back today for sure. I know a lot of times I'll be like, I'll be back in the afternoon, and then sometime I ended up not being back in the afternoon. But we gonna come back in the afternoon. It's fight week. You know what I mean? I don't know how excited y'all are. I guess it's not because nobody's really talking about it. I'm still hearing it's fight week, and I'm still hearing people that ain't got nothing to do with this week's fight being spoke about. Y'all just ain't never gonna learn, but whatever. It is what it is. But I apologize, y'all. That I dipped off like that. Like I said, I had to take that call. I got other moves I gotta make right now. So I'm going to come back and finish speaking to y'all. We're gonna do what we do. So peace and blessings, y'all. I'm sorry again, but the timing is crazy, and I have to make moves, and I had to take that phone call. It was important. But I'll be back later. Peace and blessings. I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.